Hello everyone, my name is Aaron Fife. I'm a senior studying business management with an emphasis in finance. This is my last semester, and I chose to do my internship with Land's End. So I chose my internship with Land's End because one, they're a great company, and two, they have great BYU Idaho ties out there, as well as BYU Provo ties, and it's a great family-oriented company. The process I went through to attain my internship was fairly normal. I actually was before I got this internship, I was doing another internship with Park Shore Wealth Management, and as I was doing that internship, I I didn't know for sure if I'd want to make that my full-time job or not. So I knew I needed to keep some doors open, so I just continued to apply around and throw my resume places and was hoping for some bites. And I got quite a few interviews, and it was a great experience. And one day also, I saw this opportunity for a Lands End internship leading into a job on the BYUI job board. And also, the College of Business and Communications sent out an email. And so I decided to apply. I didn't think much of it, and I shot my email. And I ended up getting an email back from one of my professors that I really enjoyed. He saw my resume and thought he'd give me a call to see if it was something I was truly interested in. We talked for a little bit, and he got me really excited about it. I told him I'd go for it, and he gave me one of his connections. And so I started through just meeting different people, talking to them on the phone, and it led to an internship. And then they ended up wanting to fly me out. So they flew me out the end of December, and it was really neat experience. So they gave me a budget. On the left, I got some the famous Wisconsin cheese curds, obviously right here. I got an amazing hamburger and some fries, and it was great. And here's the state capitol, and we just all on the company's dime, and it was a really neat experience. Stayed in a nice hotel, and then the next day I drove over to the campus, which is about 6 or 7 buildings. It's a huge campus, real fun, similar to BYU Idaho, just out in the middle of farm area. And the interview was a long process. I had 9 interviews within the time from 8 to about 2 o'clock, and so that's all I was doing, just interview after interview. It was real intense. Um, at the end of the day, I thought I did well. I was just so exhausted. Um, and it was a really crazy experience. A couple weeks go by, they end up calling me and they give me the opportunity, and so that was really exciting as well. And so I'm now an inventory planner for Lands End. I'm in charge of the kids division, and so I am over about $25 million in net sales per year. So I'm in charge of that and making sure all the product is where it's supposed to be, and with the amount that it's supposed to be. And what's really helped me with this is some of these classes I've taken at BYU Idaho, specifically B361 and B212. B361 was a supply chain class that I took with Brother Clark, and I learned a lot about how to manage large sets of data and how to read them and interpret them. And it was a very useful class. And even more useful was B212, which I believe now is B215, where you really learn how to use Excel. I constantly use Excel every day. It lands in. I open up Excel and make pivot tables, VLOOKUPs, sometimes even a little bit of VBA. It's just real intense Excel, and I'm so grateful for those classes. I'm also especially grateful for my professors and for the jobs that I had at school. They helped beef up my resume and prepare me for this job and these interviews, and it's an incredible experience. I still keep in touch with them. In fact, I'm going to be writing them a thank you in a letter just after this semester because they've been so kind to me and they've given me so much time. So be sure to get to know your professors. They'll do anything for you. And once again, I got this job through one of the incredible professors that I got to know through my job, which was a huge blessing. The Become Legendary Challenge was also incredible. I did that like 3 or 4 times. You get an awesome shirt. I believe now it's Mighty Oak. But make sure you take advantage of those opportunities at school. It can really bless you and help you for the future and prepare you for good opportunities. All in all, my experience has been incredible. I miss BYU Idaho tremendously. My wife and I are always thinking about it. One thing that we try to do is we try to listen to the devotionals, even though we're at work Tuesdays. It's nice to later on throughout the week to listen to the previous devotional. It's such a spiritual experience that we enjoy, and it just brings us back to our college days. And it's something that I recommend that you guys try to always remember to do is just listen to those devotionals. They're especially for us. Um, what advice would I give to future interns? My advice would be to do your best to get involved at college. When you're involved with the job and societies, doing well in school, you feel like BYU Idaho is your school. You feel like you run it and you're part of it. And that feeling is so amazing. There really is a unique spirit about BYU Idaho. And as you try your hardest to be a part of everything, that spirit you'll just start to feel it more and understand it, and it'll carry with you. You'll start to shine. You'll be an example wherever you go. I'm so grateful for BYU Idaho. They've helped me get the wonderful internships. I've had 4 internships since BYU Idaho. It's really beefed up my resume, and it's got me this excellent job at Land's End. I'm excited to be here for the next several years, and I'm just so blessed, and I'm thankful so much for the teachers and for the classes and everything about BYU Idaho. Don't um don't take it in vain. Make sure you always try your hardest, and you love everything about it because it goes by fast. So that's my presentation. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks so much.